All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to Richmond amidst the latest weather doom. We're here to recognize our state wrestlers, and we'll start by asking you to rise. It's time for our school song to start things off today. State entrant at 152, Reese Routh. And at heavyweight, bringing home the third place medal, Makota Misgen. And at 120, our first ever girls state champion wrestler, Annabelle Petsinger. He's got a few things to say.
Okay, the first thing that I want to do is I want to say thank you to all of you that traveled up to the NRHEG Center to support these three wrestlers and our team when we were at the state tournament. It means a lot to see your faces there. It means a lot to hear you yelling from the stands. It means a lot to talk to you in the hallways and all those sort of things. You know, the reason that they're working so hard is to represent you really well, and it was very nice to see all of you there, and I appreciate that. The next thing is thanks for coming out to this, because they need to be celebrated, all three of them, because they did a fantastic job. So I'm going to start by talking about Reese and his experience. Reese is a quality kid. You know, it was one of those things when he came into my classroom with Parker 1 at the beginning of the school year, and they walked in, it was shortly after football season, the two of them walked in, and I thought, what are these two juniors doing in my 6th grade classroom right now with smirks on their face? And they said, you know what, we're going to come out for wrestling again. I'm like, it's fantastic. Anybody that wants to come and do that, that's a great thing. We want as many people as we can get, because the more people we get, the more people we can turn out, stuff like that. And then, you know, as we go through the year, Reese, his first match was a varsity match, and he pinned the kid, and then we went on JV for a little while, and he was happy to be a 1-0 varsity guy for a while, and then, you know, sooner or later, people started shifting in weight classes, and there's Reese at a weight class where we didn't have a wrestler in there, and say, hey, Reese, want to go back on the varsity? And he's like, you know, yeah, let's do it. And he started putting on a show, and everybody was having a great time watching him, especially when he threw that butcher in and put those people on their back and put them away. At the state tournament, he wrestled a fairly tough opponent from Jackson County Central. The kid was really, really good on his feet. Reese was staying with him, moving with him for a long time in the match, and it was just one of those things where a little bit more mat time might have made the difference in that one. And you know, if Reese continues to work like he is, hopefully we can put him in that position next year, and he can win a match like that. But it was a fantastic deal for him to be in there. Unfortunately, his opponent lost the next round, and so Reese was eliminated from the tournament. But what a fantastic showing for somebody who hasn't wrestled since 5th grade. He came out and, you know, entered the state tournament and became, like, you know, came a long way. So next I'm going to talk about Dakota. It's a really sad time of year for me, because every time it gets to this point in the season, I have to say goodbye to people. And you know, we had Aiden Berg on the team with Dakota too. Both of them had a great year, and they're seniors that have been with us for a really long time. Aiden didn't, you know, unfortunately he was in an accident and wasn't able to wrestle at the section tournament, so who knows how that would have went. But Makota, he started coming in the room, you know, around 5th or 6th grade, working with us in the middle school, and he was in there, and believe it or not, at one point in time I could beat him without my hands. Is that right, Makota? And then it slowly came along in practice where, you know, he would, you know, like the last couple of years, we'd wrestle in practice, and, you he was toying with me, right? He's taking it easy on me and letting the old coach score every once in a while. And he's really come a long way. In 9th grade, 8th and 9th grade, we were putting him out there kind of like, the anvil, right? They were the hammer and he's the anvil, and he was fighting to get wins here and there. And he just kept working hard and kept coming in and doing things in the weight room, and he was pushing himself in the off season, wrestling freestyle, wrestling some Greco, and he's a 3-time state entrant for us. You put the time in and you get those sort of things. It's unfortunately for Makota, he didn't get the dreams that he was looking for, but I can tell you that I am super proud of him. It's something that I was never able to accomplish. We got Nate, who's on our coaching staff, is something that he wanted to accomplish and didn't happen. Unfortunately, Dylan had some circumstances that took him out, and Makota got to do it. He got to wrestle in the state finals. He got to wrestle 2 times in the state semifinals. That's fantastic stuff. There's 2 things that I want to tell you that I've been impressed with over the last couple of weeks that tell you what kind of a person Dakota is. The first one is last week at the section tournament, he lost on what basically everybody except for one team in the section say was a bad call. And he stood there like a man and took it, never complained, never threw his head here, didn't act like a fool. He walked off the mat like a grown human being and represented our school very well in that situation, showing what kind of a man he is. And the other thing I'm going to tell you is after losing in the semifinals, it hurt. It hurt. All of us were hurt when Makota lost in the semifinals. And it's one of those things where some people in that situation will fall off and they'll lose 2 more matches and go out in 6th place. Not Makota. He gutted it out. He put away what happened to him in the semifinals. And he turned it on and put away 2 more opponents to take 3rd place. And that tells you what kind of a person he is. Because a lot of people will just lay down and quit in that situation. And he fought through and did what he needed to do to get that job done. So we're very proud of him too. And we come to Annabelle, who is the first state champion that I've had the privilege of coaching as the head coach. I was there to see Craig Corey win in 2006, and I was there to see Mitch Brecky win in 2007, but Annabelle is the first state champion that I've had when I got to sit in the corner as the head coach, which is fantastic, and she's the first girl state champion for us, and there aren't very many girl state champions across the state, so it's a very impressive accomplishment. The thing about Annabelle is you have to realize that she's been dealing with stuff that other people don't have to deal with since 7th grade. It was, where do I get to shower? Do they have a locker room for me? Why do I have to weigh in after all the boys weigh in? Why did that team forfeit to me because I'm just a girl? I'm a girl and they don't want to wrestle me. There's a lot of things that she's had to deal with that we haven't had other people deal with in here. And through the course of her career here, fortunately the state adapted girls wrestling, and that worked in her favor, because now the weigh-in rules favor everybody and not just the boys before the girls. The situation is that they can wrestle opponents that are in their level and that sort of thing. And she's been working, as far as I know, since she wasn't wearing diapers to make it to the state tournament. I remember seeing her in the wrestling room when she was 4 years old. So she's been working at this a very, very long time, and I'm so happy that she had the opportunity to put herself in that situation. She faced an opponent that she wrestled at Pine Island, and that girl from Center Melrose, and she's a tough opponent, and Annabelle beat her 2 times, showing her dominance in that situation. And then she avenged the loss from last season in the section finals. We wrestled Audrey Rogotsky, who Annabelle wrestled in the state finals this year, and that match didn't go our way. So all of the work that she's put in the off-season shows you that she is very clearly putting herself in a good position to do that. And the fortunate thing for all of us is that we get to see her do this for one more season in here. We couldn't be more prouder than all 3 of these people, and it's a fantastic thing. Keep going out there and keep going out there and telling people to be part of NRHEG. mayhem of all three of these and our team, and the way we've come up this season. We're looking for more in the future.
All right, Daniel Petsinger's put together a video for us to watch of some of these highlights as well.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb. And I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up. Cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
supporting us, and that's about it. Go over wrestling.
So basically, I can't believe it's over, worked so hard, put in so much hard work. I don't know if he was over there. So, yeah. Being a 3-time state intern, it's something that doesn't come easily, and taking second and third, it's not what I wanted, but being up there and being with teammates and coaches was just a good experience, and truly having the friendships. I know so many people that were up there, and that's honestly the best part of what these past 2-3 days were. Being able to see my friends that I've wrestled with before and talking with them. And yeah, I just want to say thank you to my parents and to my coaches and everyone that's helped me out to be where I'm at today.
All right, it's a busy next couple of days here in the NRHEG territory. We've got a lot of other competitions going on. The Dakota Business Group is up in the cities right now. They've got their state competition tomorrow, so best of luck to them. Band and Choir have their large group competition in Waseca tomorrow morning as well. And I believe that's open to the public. People can go up, they perform. I think the band is at like 8:30 and the choir 9:15, right in that range, something like that. So not the students that aren't in band and choir, but the rest of you can go up there, and good luck to them as they compete there. They put on a concert last week, it was fantastic, so we'll hope for the best there. Girls basketball is in the subsection championship game tomorrow night, 6 o'clock at MSU in Mankato against Lake Crystal Welcome Memorial, so wish them the best of luck. And then the boys basketball has their first round playoff game on Tuesday at Lake Crystal, starting at 7 o'clock. So again, a lot of things happening in the next couple of days as we start to wind up some of the winter sports and everything like that. So once again, congratulations to our wrestlers and to Annabelle as the state champion as well. And thank you so much for coming out. And one more time this year, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your kind attention.